Today I'm making bead caps with the Conetastic tool. You are going to need your regular tools. You'll need the Beadalon Conetastic tool, the mandrels to make the caps. You're going to need your wire and a variety of beads. So this is the extra attachments that you can purchase to make the bead caps. It comes with instructions. I'll link up where you can purchase that in the description below the video. So we're going to take the tool, and with the Allen's key we're going to remove the mandrel that comes with the kit, and all of the mandrels fit in the handle of the tool. You're going to screw on the end, and then we're going to take one of the bits from the bead cap set and tighten it up. That's to hold the cap bits, and then we're going to put the Allen's key back in the handle of the tool to store it. Just screw it on there, and then you have a variety of sizes for the bead caps. I'm going to just slide on the more conical one in the smaller size, and we're going to take some 20 gauge wire, about 10 inches depending on how big you want to make it. We rotate the handle to wind the wire around, or you can just wind it with your other hand just to use up the wire to make the cap. Keep the coils tightly together, pinch them in with your fingers, and then we're going to clip the end with our flush cutters. So give it a little clip, and then we're going to cut it at the bottom. From there we have to remove the bit at the top, just screw it off, and there we have our very simple conical bead cap that would just go on our bead like that. Super simple. So now we are going to do another one. Put on a slightly larger mandrel bit, and then again we're going to put the wire, but I'm not putting it through the hole. I'm just holding it with one end, and I'm going to wind it up the little mandrel bit. So just wind it around, holding the one end with your non-dominant hand, and then we're going to wind the wire up. So then we're going to remove the bit, just screw it counterclockwise to remove the wire. And from there I'm going to get my round pliers and do a little loop at the bottom. It's just another way to finish it off. And then we'll get our flush cutters and cut it flush. Flip it around, and then get our round pliers again, and we're going to do a loop centered at the top of the bead cap. This way our head pin or our other wire will be able to go through it to keep the bead cap centered. So from there we'll get our flush cutters and cut the end flush. So we have a little loop on the end, and then get your flat pliers to do any little adjusting that you need. Get that to sit flat. And then you see the loop at the top is centered. So from there you can either get a head pin or get some wire and make your own little head pin to string on the bead and the cap. So I just did a loop centered at the bottom. And now put our bead on there. This is about a 10 or 12 millimeter bead. And then we're going to put the cap on there, making sure the wire goes through the centered loop at the top. And from there, just hold it firmly against the bead, push the wire out at an angle, and get your round pliers and loop it around. So we have a loop centered at the top, and just wind the end of the wire around, and that'll make it even more secure. From there, give it a little cut with the flush cutter, adjust it how you need with the flat pliers. Just pinch a little bit to center the loop. And you'll see the cap on there with a little loop on the side of the bead. So it's very nicely finished. So now a different way to do this is with twisted wire. So I'm getting a longer piece of wire, about 18 to 20 inches. And we're just going to hold it with the round pliers and crisscross the wires at an even angle. And now we're going to hold that little loop with our flat pliers and just twist. So I have other videos showing how to make twisted wire. Some people like to twist wire with a drill, but because I'm just doing a small amount, I'm just going to twist it by a hand, and I hold the wire with the pliers. So I'm measuring about 5 inches, depends on how big you want to make your cap. So I stick one of the wires through the loop at the bottom, and I'm going to wind it around, rotating the handle of the tool and just pushing the wire down so it stays nice and tightly together to form our twisted bead cap. And we're going to keep twisting it around to use up all of the wire, and then clip the end, unscrew the mandrel at the top. That will remove the little bit. And there we have the little cap, and clip the end with our flush cutters. You can clip it a little more if you need. And now I'm just going to hold it on the mandrel. It's easier to work with. And take the end of the wire with the round pliers and do a little loop, again to have a loop centered at the top. It might be easier to place it flat on the table to do this gesture. So you have the little loop. We're going to adjust the little end so it's nice and rounded there. And there you have your twisted wire bead cap. So again, take a head pin or make your own head pin and put the bead, and then put your cap on there. Hold it firmly and bend the wire to the side. Now take your round pliers. These round pliers are a little larger than my red-handled ones. Make our loop, center it, and take the end of the wire and wind it around. Clip the end with your flush cutters and get the flat pliers just to adjust it as you need. And there you have your twisted wire bead cap. So thanks so much for watching the video. Give it a big thumbs up if you liked it. Be sure to subscribe to my channel for lots more wire art and jewelry making videos. And if you'd like to share photos of your wire art and jewelry, be sure to join the Wire Makers Club on Facebook. And if you'd like to check out my work on Etsy, my husband and I specialize in custom wedding cake toppers and funky jewelry. I also have a mailing list, so if you'd like to sign up below, I'll send you my Wire Art Essentials ebook. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you the next time.